There's so many things going on in the world right now, and so many things that we all pay attention to that we oftentimes lose our sense of what's important. But there are stories that need to get out. There's an interesting thing about tragedy is that we have to be able to relate to it. Because the truth of the matter is, the real story are the people who rise above all of this incredible cruelty. Otherwise, the cruelty wins.
We're going to be going on a journey to some of the places in the world where the repression of women and girls is truly at its most extreme. We'll be traveling to 6 different countries, and we've invited 6 American actresses to join us.
Celebrities can bring these issues into the limelight, and I think that's, if you're media connected, that's just a no-brainer. That's your job, you know, to shine a little light on people that are actually doing the hard lifting, but to help them as much as you can.
We're going to meet some people who have so impressed us with the work they're doing to build a better Sierra Leone, a better Cambodia, a better Vietnam, and working on issues like sex trafficking, violence against women, and also solutions such as getting more girls into school and keeping them there.
You need to lift the level of awareness about what women can do so that they're not the victims, that they actually are a part of the solution. This is not rocket science. This is not a problem that is unsolvable, that we have to invent something new. It just takes political will.
It is really about benefiting all of society. When women progress, we all progress. Men and women, boys and girls. No country can get ahead if it leaves half of its people behind.
If you cast your eyes around the world, there is no group that needs to be empowered more than women and girls if we're going to keep the march toward human freedom and progress going. The role and rights of women, their freedom and equality and dignity, is the unfinished business of the 21st century.
The core belief of Room to Read is world change starts with educated children. We focus on 2 core areas. One is literacy, and the other is equal opportunities for girls.
For a lot of children in disadvantaged situations and households, education is a safe haven. It's a place where you can, for the most part, trust the people there. And it's a few hours every day where you are physically safe and good things are happening. I think for a lot of people, there is a direct correlation between safety and security and education and advancement of quality of life.
I do what I do because I'm just an optimist. I think that if we can reach tens of millions of kids with an opportunity to get a better education, the world's going to become a better place.
And so how much school do you want to go to?
This is how a middle class forms. This is how a civil society forms. You know, a generation ago, it's typical that a girl might go through 5th grade or 6th grade or 7th grade, and that might be considered as much education as a girl received. Whereas now, these girls are raising the bar. With Fung, we see a girl who's basically just told me now today that she wants to go on to university to receive a degree in accounting. With Yu Yen, she's completely convinced that she's going to finish secondary school. And that just makes me an optimist, because you're seeing in one generation everything changing.
If you want something bad enough, nothing will stand in your way. These girls are only limited by their desire and their passion for education, and it seems limitless. They all believe education is a means for a much better life for not only themselves, but their families and their communities.
What I need to do is go back and I need to tell the world, this is what a small amount of money can do. It is a moral failure that 200 million girls in the developing world woke up this morning and didn't go to school. By the time that I die, I would like us to start every sentence with words like, every girl goes to school, every child is literate, every child has access to reading materials, and no child should ever be told you were born in the wrong place at the wrong time. and you didn't get educated. That whole idea just belongs in the dustbin of history.
When you educate a girl, there's a ripple effect that goes beyond what you would get from a normal investment. When you educate a girl, she tends to get married later on in life. She tends to have fewer kids. She takes better care of her kids. She has greater economic opportunity. She might create a business so she contributes to the local economy. When you educate a girl, you educate a village.
Something magical happened to me when I was a girl. Somebody actually said, "You matter. You're smart. You can do things." And that's what prompted me to go to school, to stay in school, to go to college. So to care about someone in that way is an enormously powerful thing that we do as a society. And we can't ever do enough of it.
The failure to invest in these girls is nothing short of planned poverty. The waste of this is that we have in front of us an unprecedented army, 600 million girls in the developing world. And I especially highlight the 200 million that are the poorest. These girls are an army for change, and they need actually relatively little to make that change.
Before, there was this sense of, oh, that's interesting, that's great. Girls' education, that's really nice. Well, girls' education isn't really nice. Girls' education is transformative. It's earth-shaking. It will change the course of history. If we invest in it at scale, and those 72 million young girls who are out of school are in school and living up to their potential, we're going to have a completely different world. Common sense tells you that. The data tells you that. It's time we all act on it.
It is through education that I become a pilot, that I become a doctor, that I become a teacher. Parents, give me education. Education is the key. Thank you.
Hi, I'm John Wood, the founder of Room to Read, and I'm really excited to be shooting this video from our New York office to thank all of you tonight for coming out. It's really important for us to have so much support from throughout the business community for our work in India and indeed beyond. I think all of us recognize that without education, you would not be you, and you would not have the life you have. Without education, I would not be me, and I would not have the life I had of going to a good graduate school, working at Microsoft, and eventually following my dream of starting Room to Read and helping millions of kids to gain that incredible lifelong gift of education. I know that tonight's goal is to fund at least 100 additional girls into our long-term girls' education program. This is a really important goal because so many places in the world, girls are left behind. They've been told they've lost the lottery of life. They were born in the wrong place at the wrong time to the wrong family, and they therefore will not get educated and will be one more generation to live in poverty. Room to Read is very solutions-oriented. Our goal is to break that cycle and to tell every girl and every boy, you belong in school, you should be literate, you should be in a habit of reading, you should be self-empowered, you should be self-confident, and every child should be able to finish secondary school and to go on to live an empowered life. So thank you for helping us to reach more children in more places. We're very proud that over 5,000 girls will be in the program in India by the end of this year, about 25,000 girls worldwide. We're excited about the other Room to Read progress, over 1,650 schools opened, 15,000 libraries, 12 million books, and over 7 million children impacted so far. There's a long, long way to go. We're excited about the progress we've made. We're really proud to have won the Times of India Social Impact Award because we think it speaks to the quality of our local teams and the quality of our work, but we know that there's a long ways to go. So tonight is all about helping at least 100 girls, maybe more. Maybe you'll overachieve tonight, who knows. But I just want to again thank all of you for coming out tonight, thank our Mumbai chapter and our local team for putting this together. I hope you have a really great evening, and I hope most importantly that the event is a big success on behalf of all the children Room to Read serves. Thanks a lot and have a good evening.